Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Tuesday the 11th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning fairly early-ish, not too bad, but I had to get up a little early and get around a little quicker to meet a client, dropping a dog off early. It's also my wife's birthday, so had that to kind of plan with. She already knew she was getting a pool, so that part was down. I'd given her a couple of earlier gifts earlier, some hand blow glass stuff, and got a really nice pair of scissors. But you know, things that a woman really wants for her birthday. So went ahead and got that. She headed off to work. Dog got dropped off. Everything went good there. Dogs are getting along fine. Hung around the house a little bit. Get a couple things done. Messing with where the pool's gonna go. Waiting for the I guess kid. He's 18, so I guess an adult. So the guy to show up to give me a hand with the pool digging. I just, at my age, I was like, man, this is gonna take me a good solid week to really feel like I can do this and not just destroy my body. And I thought I can throw a few $100 at it and have somebody else do 90% of the work and go from there. So one of the guys, one of my neighbors, has a good buddy of his that's in landscaping, and he never got me back a quote. Took him forever. He said he could be here, blah blah. He said he'd reach back out and he was free. I said okay. I think his quote ended up being like $500. Things what he said it was going to be. Had another crew, another couple guys show up landscaping, and they were all adamant about, oh, we're going to put a laser on it, we're going to this and that, and da da da. But they kept saying they wanted to dig it down and like sink it in the ground. I don't want it sunk down the ground. I want it set up high because I want to be able to look over the yard more, and that's what I want. And it seemed like they weren't really listening the best for it. But so my thought is, if you're not willing to listen to me when you're trying to make the bid, what the hell is the chance you're going to listen to me when you're actually here and I'm already paid you, kind of thing. And their quote was $550 to basically level it out. And the kid I got a hold of, slash man, he quoted me $150, and I'm like, dude, it's way more work than that. Like, I'll do $250 if we can do it. That was supposed to be Saturday, couldn't do it Saturday. It's supposed to be here Monday, couldn't be here Monday. Showed up today, and I said he's gonna be here at 9. I said, well, I gotta leave by 9:30, so you have to be here by 9 so I can explain to you what I want done while I'm gone, and I get back and we can move on to the next stage and kind of educate you. Because he's like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm like, all I need is somebody willing to, you know, use a shovel. Basically, I'll do all the thinking and I'll tell you exactly what to do. As long as you're able to listen and follow directions, we're good. And I'm like, dude, it's worth $250 for me. It's $150 is not enough. So he showed up. He was very cordial, very polite, on time. Was at the wrong house. He basically punched in my address in the GPS, and the GPS said you're here. And he apparently at that point completely forgot what house, number he's supposed to go to. So he called me and stuff. I was talking to a buddy of mine on the phone, so I went out front and met him and showed him where we were. Went back to the yard. I'd set up a temporary fence so dogs couldn't mess with him and stuff. Now, in case that one of the dogs had to go out while I was gone, it was secure-ish. But I told Mom, I said, I still don't trust him not to open that gate that goes to that side of the yard. So I told her, I said, if one of the dogs feels the need, they have to go out. One, if something's bad, like if Bruce has like diarrhea or whatever on the floor, just clean it up. Don't kick him out, because the other dogs get out. I don't want to take the chance of the dog getting away. But if for some reason we do have to let one out, put him on a leash, take him in the backyard. So we have a leash, now a gate, hopefully still closed, so we can go from there. So, but went up, had to take my father-in-law to the eye doctor. No clue if it's going to take 20 minutes or 3 hours, so he didn't know either. It's one of those situations of, I don't know what they're doing, something about they dilate his eyes and whatever and whatnot. So headed up there, jumped in the truck, went to the air conditioning, basically was the main reason to the truck. Headed up, and he's always kind of complaining about being hot. He's trying to get the air to blow anymore, and with the back window of my truck open, which I leave open 24/7, and then helps kind of air out the cigar smoke. And then I always crack my driver's side window when we're in the truck and I'm smoking with him. And then so I thought, well, I'll close the back window, it'll be nice today. So I closed the back window, and then he's complaining it was cold. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I try and do something nice to make it better. So now I've got the air conditioner turned way down because he's cold, but I'm over here hot on my side. I'm like, I could have the window open, would have been fine, but it is what it is. So we got there, dropped him off where it was. He headed down, made sure he had his phone, because he often sometimes forgets his phone. He can't let me know he's done. So I realized I was pretty close to Harbor Freight. So I remember to Harbor Freight real quick. And next to Harbor Freight is Beals or Bells, I don't know who you are. And ended up finding a few items for the dogs. Picked up a new chew toy I never had before. And also picked up a doggy pool. It's a little smaller than I wanted, but it's supposedly pretty durable. We'll see how it works. So I like the fact I can collapse it down and store it away, as opposed to a big giant kiddie pool that takes up so much space when it's not in use. So went ahead, grabbed it, found my wife a really cool painting. I don't know if it's hand done or not. It says hand done in like Turkey or some crap, I can't remember what it was. Found her a really beautiful hand blown blue bowl also, like more like a fruit dish type thing. So got it for her also, and a couple other little things, and found myself a couple pair of shorts, and then basically headed back over, went next door to Harbor Freight, and found myself a 6 foot level, which all it has a 2 foot level at the house. I used to have a big level, a real fancy one, and I don't know what happened to it. I think I lost it in the fire pretty much. That's my best guess. But went ahead and bought a 6 foot level. It was on sale. It was real cheap, so thought that'd help me keep my pool, make it easier to level the pool out as we were doing it. So got done there at Harbor Freight, headed back to the doctor. Father-in-law finally got done. We got in the truck, headed back. On the way back, I stopped in, fed some cats. I got their new Smyrna that I have to take care of. Got that done real quick. And I told him 3 different times, we told him about stopping the cats on the back. We pull up in front of this place, and he goes to get out of the truck like he's home. And I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, I don't know, where you at? I'm like, well, what are you getting on the truck for? Like, I'm here to feed the cats. So like, he goes, oh, I didn't know where we were. And I'm like, okay, we talked about this 3 times. Like, how do you not know where we were? But I don't know if it's dementia or just not paying attention. I have no idea. So went ahead and told him to sit in the truck. I ran inside real quick, took care of the cats, headed back home, got him home, played with the dogs again, got them out, let them all, basically play outside for a little while. Went over and started helping the kid, told him what he needed to do. He had it, all the grass scraped off the top and a little bit of dirt kind of where it was. Then we went ahead and we had to shovel out underneath the 2x6s to basically get them level to one of the 2x6 frame around to tilt the sand in the levels I can, because I was going to use it as a screed like you would if it was concrete to basically scrape it off that way. So that was our plan. We got them, I'd say about as level as you're going to get for some 2x6s out of the middle of a yard. So went ahead and got them knocked out, jumped in his truck to go get some sand, and picked up a full bucket of sand. Or 2 buckets of sand, 2 buckets of sand, which is like 2 yards. I'm not sure exactly what it broke down to, but $26 worth of sand. So bought some sand, brought it back, and I explained to him, like, I don't know if you've ever hauled this much weight before in a vehicle, but remember, your brakes are going to suck because you're carrying a lot of weight in the bed of this truck. So he basically pulled back in there, backed up into the spot. He started shoveling all the sand out, and he was probably, I don't know, maybe a third of the way through the sand when he's like, you're going to have leftover sand. You want him to go back to second load? I'm like, we're going to need a second load. I almost guarantee it. So he's like, oh no, you got plenty. This is going to be all more you're ever going to need. I said, well, we'll see. So I went ahead and we were basically chatting a little bit as he was shoveling. I was playing with the dogs. And how are you guys doing today? So we were basically talking and stuff. I was playing with the dogs. I was getting him, and he got the truck almost empty and weren't even close to halfway. We spread out some a little too much. So we basically got the 2x6 on it. I started scraping it across, telling him, keep it right here on top of this board. And then I look over, he'd dip it way down like 3 inches. I'm like, okay, now we go back. We rake all this shit back into it and we start over again. Like, this has to stay level. So I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding. This can't be that hard. So I said, leave yours about an inch over top of the board, sticking past it, and I'll just hold my end level so we don't have to worry about it. And he was just like, couldn't get the concept. Could not get the concept at all. So finally got it figured out somewhat. So let's get in our low sand. He goes, oh, probably half a load. I'm like, let's get a full load. We'll probably need a full load. He goes, well, probably half a load. So let's get a full load. Whatever's left over, we'll throw it in the yard and we'll just shovel it out. And then I'll use it to level my yard later. And just, I don't want to make the trip back all the way over there to buy another half load. Like, that's just such a waste of time. He's like, oh yeah, it happens to me all the time. I'm building a fire pit or doing this or that stuff. I run short. I have to go back. I'm like, buy extra. Just always get, if you think you need 10, get 12. If you think you need 20, get 30, whatever. Just always get more. You'll have extras left over for the next project, or you can take them back. Now sand, you don't really take back, but I definitely didn't want to drive all the way back to New Smyrna just to get some damn sand. So yeah, went ahead, basically agreed to get the second full load. Went and got another full load. We were chatting a little bit. He's trying to make a mulch spreading business his life instead of going to school and whatnot. So I wish him all the luck. We got back there, got the load of sand up, basically headed back to the house. He's there shoveling stuff out, and he got pretty much where he needed to be. I think we need a little more. I told him where to put more. Then I went ahead and basically screwed on some scrap 2x4s to the end of my 2x6s so it would rest on the board. So it actually stuck down about an inch lower than the boards. The 2x4s would rest on top of the flat 2x6s that's frame. So now I could just keep the end of your big 2x6 that's standing upright up against the edge of the 2x6 laying down the frame, and then let the 2x4 rest on it and screw it across, which will only give us more sand. So we're using less sand, but an inch ain't gonna matter. still kept screwing it up. Holy crap. Couldn't keep it lined up. I'm like, okay, your only goal here is to basically keep this right against there. When I say pull, you pull. When I say rest, you rest. We move our feet. So we did that, but 3 times back and forth. We got it pretty close to where it needed to be. And I said, well, I'm just gonna do this rest myself tomorrow. Like I'm kind of over this guy. Like I look over and take a big hole where he moved off the thing. I'm like, you have 3 inches of wood. It's about a 3-inch scrap piece sticking out there that you've somehow missed by 3 inches and fell into the hole, and or you step in it and stuff. I'm like, holy crap. So went ahead and said, held it. So basically said, let's go shovel the rest of the truck out. Just chuck it out here in the yard in a pile. That way I'll have extra if I need it, and we can go from there. He said, okay, so we shoveled out, went to go hose the bed out of the truck. He's all concerned about having sand left in the bed of his truck. I said, well, back over here, drive around my driveway and pull back into my driveway forward so your back tire set in the ditch so it tilts down. And he's like, oh, I said, no, you want to face my house, my yard, with your tile guy. So if you face the other way, you're blocking the whole damn street. He goes, oh yeah, I guess that would make sense. And stuff. So I went ahead and I started hosing out, showing him. I said, watch, now I'm going to start here, basically push the sand out with the hose, whatnot, let her do the work, yada yada. I said, okay, I did this half. I did about 3/4 bed. You do your half because my left shoulder doesn't do as good. So I looked back over there about 3 or 5 minutes later, and he made a mess. He was like trying to spray it from the back up towards the front. I'm like, what are you doing? You can't spray from the tailgate towards what the fuck? So I basically explained to him, this is how you do it. Like, come on, man, you're learning all kinds of stuff today, but let's work on this. Let's pay attention. So I finally sat down and just hosed his bed out myself completely. So went ahead and did that, got him paid. He loaded up his spare tire and his tools and took off. Also, I brought him a cooler full of like there was Gatorades in it, and tea and root beer and a bunch of ice and stuff. And so he showed up with like 2 small water bottles that I had. I'm like, dude, you plan on being here all damn day. Like, one, didn't want to have an excuse for him to want or need to run to like 7-Eleven. 1, it's a waste of money. And 2, if he's out, he's more likely to, not come back. So I wanted to make sure he stayed here as long as he could. But while I was gone, we had a good little downpour of rain, so we took a break. So he wasn't working the whole time I was gone by no means, but he got some work done, and then basically got the hose truck bedded, washed out. And I went back and kind of gave it a quit for the night. So I was like, I'm done. I've had enough work for the day myself with the shovel and the rake and the scraping and the stuff that I helped do. So it is what it is there. We got that done. Got that far in it. Went ahead from there, went and got myself a run, got myself a shower. Had a dog here that was just daycare, so that dog went home. So it was all good there. And then a few other dogs that were here are staying long term, but that was the short term one. So went ahead, said to heck with it. And then from there was able to, after the shower, we ended up having, my wife wanted Chinese for her birthday. And I didn't know if she meant like Chinese restaurant or just bringing Chinese home, but she called me and said, hey, can I go get Chinese on my way home? I said, absolutely. I'm about to go for my run. Won't be that long. It's worst case scenario, I'll reheat mine. Not a big deal. So I went and took my run, kept it really short. Got my run streak alive. I think I ran like 2.5 miles, didn't run very far. So got my run in real quick. And then from there was able to basically just kind of chill out, grab my shower. We had Chinese, invited her dad over, but I told her to go check on him if she wanted to come over. Apparently didn't. So we ate that together. End up watching another just random show. I think it was Beef again. But I'm like, you have to find something else to watch because this is not our good dinner. Plus only 1 season, so it's gonna be over real quick. We need something longer term. And she said she'd find something tonight. Let me know for tomorrow to make a new dinner watching show, but nothing's been said yet. So went ahead. Also, I made the joke that she's getting her birthday Spanx, but I gotta break it up at her age. So I've been basically spreading it out for the day because my arm gets hurt. My arm gets tired and hand hurts from giving her a birthday Spanx. So kind of had a good little laugh and joke about that. But yeah, overall, it was a real good day. She was happy with her painting. She was happy with the pool, even though it's not a pool yet. So, but it's a start. It is a best we can do is get a start. So yeah, that's pretty much what we got right there. And it's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.